draw a basic island and pass.
Okay. A basic swamp and pass.
Landwar wastes and pass.
All of us refreshing the election page.
I'm going to tap that for colorless for a soul ring.
Of course.
And
I'm no longer the threat.
It's true. You're no longer the threat.
New problems have been acquired.
I mulliganed twice, and you saw my shuffles. Both of them had a soul ring.
Basic
So it
island.
was just meant to be.
Tap 2, Drowned Secrets.
Oh, very cool.
When I cast a blue spell, target player mills 2.
That seems like it's going to make yourself mill 2 quite a lot.
Yes, it will.
Play a swamp. Play Leadenmere. I'm playing mono black.
Beautiful.
Mono black Golgari.
Yep.
I'll do a Cavern of Souls, naming squirrels.
Take the damage for blue. Green and 2. And I will go ahead and cast Zimone.
Makes sense.
And pass there.
Tap 4, 3. Midnight Clock. Everyone's
That's a
favorite.
good one.
Cast a blue spell, trigger Drowned Secrets. I would like to mill myself for 2 cards.
Excellent.
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna put these over here. I will mill a Teferi's Tutelage and a Halimar Depths.
Nice.
Proceed.
I'm going to pay 4 and bargain this Beseech the Mirror. Sacking the Leadenmere. Any responses? Nope. Great.
0.
Nope.
So I'm going to go find something. If it costs 4 or less, I get to play it for free. Well, grabbing Dryad of the Legion Grove.
Works too.
Sexy boy.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no!
Oh, he's hot.
He's so hot. So I get to play an extra land. It will be this Treasure Vault, and now my land's tapped for all colors. Pass.
Nice.
Like a forest. Right.
Thanks.
All right. I will untap. I will draw. I'm going to tap for green +2 to cultivate.
Love it.
One comes in. That will be an island. I'm tapped. I get to manifest dread. Putting an overwhelming stampede in the bin. Land for turn is going to be a forest. I get to flip something over, which is Eudora, Grave Gardener. Whenever their non-token creature I control dies, they return to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It is a forest. And I'm going to Growth Spiral
Your favorite.
to put down a Mosswork Bridge. And I'll pass.
Alrighty. Keep this goes to 4. Draw. Play an island. Tap for 4. And play Scepter of Eternal Glory.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it either makes 1 mana of any color or taps to make 3 mana of any one color, activatable only if I control 3 or more lands with the same name.
Go.
So, love that. Got myself a Gilded Lotus for 1 cheaper. Passed her.
All right. First things first, I need to Kadam's Reach.
In the land, boy.
Yes. 1 forest intapped. The other forest is going to go into play untapped because I have my land for turn. Green sources.
Yay!
Yay!
And I reckon pass turn.
I will drop for turn. This has been a wee bit of a lackluster start for the squirrels.
Yeah, no one's really popping off quite yet. I mean, maybe Chase a little bit, but...
Got a lot of lands. I haven't figured out my ways to manifest extra things yet.
Black there, +2. And play Hazel. Or an uncounterable Hazel. Then pass.
An uncounterable Hazel?
Yeah, with Cavern of Souls.
Ah, that's fair.
So yeah, Terramorphic Expanse is land for turn. I'll manifest Dread. Put an island in the bin. We go ahead and bin the Terramorphic Expanse for an island.
So just be mindful of putting your triggers on the stack before just flipping stuff over.
Correct. Island comes in, so Zimone trigger in case someone wants to do something. To flip a face down card upright.
I got nothing.
Nobody? All right.
Yep.
Cool. Flip over a Tachova Benthic Druid.
Landfall, draw card.
Correct.
And gain a life.
I will move to cast a Sandworm Convergence.
That's landfall,
That
make a
is-
worm.
No, that is creatures with flying can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 green worm.
Dope.
I'll respond. I'll tap Scepter of Eternal Glory for 3 blue mana. I will cast Frantic Search.
Okay.
First trigger is Drowned Secrets. Chase mill 2 cards.
Okay. That is Kaon Corrupted Memory and Zimone's Hypothesis.
Okay, and then Frantic Research for me will be draw 2, discard 2, and I untap up to 3 lands. So draw 2, discard 2. I will discard Cyllundy Vision and Shore Up, and then untap up to 3 lands, which I will untap these islands. And then your Sandworm for Convergence still on the stack. For 2 mana, I'd like to target it with Unsubstantiate to return the spell to your hand.
That's fine.
And I will make Joseph mill 2 cards off of casting it.
Bing, bong. Land in a Babala Saga.
Let's move to combat. Gonna hit John for 5.
Yeah, that sounds right. I deserve that.
And then I'll pass.
Goes to 8. Draw. Play a snow-covered island. Tap for 5. Play Lier. Disciple of the Drowned. So currently cards in my graveyard that can be cast are these. So I will leave them. I'll leave them like here, so that they can be seen. Oh, and I guess trigger on Lier for Drown Secrets. I make somebody mill. I would normally be targeting myself, but this midnight clock is about to go off, so I really don't want to do that. So let's just keep sharing the love. Let's make Fish mill 2 cards, please.
Iridescent Bog and Blooming Marsh.
Hopefully you didn't need those.
I don't. I'm actually really thankful that you did that to me.
I'm here to help. That's gonna be it for me. Go ahead.
Never been so happy to get milled.
4 here for an Estrada of the Endless Web. So whenever an opponent casts an instant or a sorcery, I make a 1/2 green spider with reach. And then 2 here for a Plague Mirror. It's a mana dork with Infect.
Nice.
Boy, this is not going great for me, but I will pass.
I'm due. Green somewhere in there, or Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Can't be double countered now. And then I will take 1 off of Land of War Waste for a swamp, and I will play a Nested Shambler.
Oh,
That will be it.
3 colorless and green. I will attempt a Wilderness Reclamation. Beginning of my end step, untap all lands I control. I will send Beanstalk Giant on an adventure to cast Fertile Footsteps.
spider.
Search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle.
Gonna go find them beans.
Beans! Island comes down. Triggers are going to be Zimone, Tachova. So Tachova resolves first. So I gain a life and draw a card. Then Zimone says Manifest Dread. Putting a Become Anonymous in the bin. Go to my end step. Pass turn.
At your end step, I will. Is for Joseph? What's that token you have there? Where'd you get that?
Oh, it's a spider. It's a sheep spider from
That's
Estrada.
a weird looking spider, man.
The sheep
I don't know.
spider.
All right, we're gonna try to stop them right now, though. So, at Chase at your end step, I will do 1 in a blue, and I'm gonna do the flashback gained off of this unsubstantiate from Lier.
Okay.
Unsubstantiate returning a creature to its owner's hand, targeting Estrada.
Well, I do get another spider from it. But then
Yes.
this goes back to my hand.
Yep. And then unsubstantiate gets exiled. I cast a blue spell. Chase, you can mill 2 cards.
That is a forest. And a reliquary tower.
All right. I will go to my turn.
Sounds good.
In my upkeep, the clock, the 12th hour counter is put on it. I shuffle my hand and graveyard into my library and draw 7. I'll tap and float a blue off of it in response to that trigger. So I'll have a blue in my upkeep. These friends go away. Freshly shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have that floating blue. So I'll just, in my upkeep, I'll play this opt.
Okay.
Trigger Drown Secrets. I'm going to start milling myself now, finally, because now I don't have to worry about the midnight clock. So I will mill 2 cards first. I will mill a Sky Diamond and a Preordain. I will split my library, or split my graveyard to show what spells have flashback. Opt. Scry 1, draw a card. Scry that to the bottom. Okay.
Hey, man, why did you want to get rid of my Arasta?
Just a hunch. You were away. I used my upkeep blue mana that I made from the clock. I did opt.
Okay.
Targeted myself to mill some stuff. I've got some things in my graveyard now. So now I'm going to draw my card for the turn, and I am in my main phase.
It's like a camera artifact, but it's making the halo around the person on the opt like sparkle.
Oh, yeah?
And
This,
I'm a parakeet man.
this is foil, so that probably is
Okay,
why.
there we go.
You can really see it behind this white border Preordain.
Yeah.
Field of Ruin as land for turn. 4 mana. I will play a Nevrinul's Disc.
Yikes.
A just in case.
I like it.
The Splody disc.
Aha, the Doom Donut. Everyone's favorite. No one is open. That's a real bummer. I will pass.
Well, I reckon that it's time. Rendmaw?
Cool.
Everybody, please make a tapped bird.
Rendmaw. Yeah, that happens.
Any responses, John?
Nope, it happens.
Yep, everyone makes a tapped goated bird. I think I just passed through that now.
You have one as well, don't you, Joseph?
I do, yes.
With the zombies?
Yeah.
Bro.
Drop.
I need to get Joseph some Infinite tokens.
I tell you what.
You know, we do what we can.
Excuse me, I've got his bird tokens right here. I'm just using them. All right, I'm gonna do a green plus 3 colorless for an Orion Frostfang.
That's a good one.
If that resolves, I would like to go to combat. I will be swinging Oski over at Joseph, the Nested Shambler over at John, and the bird over at Chase.
Sorry, which one's coming at me?
The Nested Shambler, a 1/1 with Death Touch.
Well, actually, before damage.
Yeah, I have a response before stuff.
You're
as
before
well.
me.
I don't have any. I'm just taking the damage.
Okay.
when it comes down.
So I'll just, before it matters in any capacity, before blocks, I will do 1 in a blue, and I will cast Reality Shift, targeting the Orin Frostfang to become exiled, and you will manifest the top card of your library.
Alright.
And I also have a Drown Secrets trigger. I'll mill myself for 2 cards. I will mill a Raven Form and a Deadeye Navigator.
The Shambler is just a 1/1, right?
Yep.
I'll block it with one of my spiders.
Alright.
They're 1/2s.
And you said I had Toski coming at me.
Yep.
I will block it with Lier.
Burn hits that will allow me to draw a card off Toski. And then Nested Shambler dies, and I will create a tapped green squirrel. Yeah, move to my end step. Trigger Hazel. I will make a copy of the squirrel. But because it's a squirrel, I'll make 2 copies.
Play a Flooded Grove as land for turn. So triggers. We'll stack Techova under Zimone, so I'll manifest Dread first. Putting a World-Spide Worm into my bin, but it shuffles back in. Oh, and then I draw a card and gale it. Move to cast Sandworm Convergence again. Looks like things can't be countered.
I'm built around it. You know that.
True. Do you have any responses, John?
I have no response.
Alrighty.
I also have no response.
Good on me.
We have a Sandworm Convergence.
You are protected from the birds.
I am protected from the birds. Lovely. Now I must send the birds outward. I will send my bird over at John, and I will send Techova at Fish.
I can't stop the bird, so I will take 2.
I really want to block with that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to block with this manifest.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to block with the manifest and one of these squirrels.
Okay.
So it should be a
That's
2
all straight.
and a 3. Up to 3.
Perfect. Techova dies, triggers Ghidorah. It returns face down. It is a land, so that will trigger Zimone. It's going to flip something else, which is Ramanop Excavator.
Nice one.
Tap for 4 to turn over Tannel Hierophant. So my creatures have tap, add a green.
That they do.
With that, I will move to my end step. Couple triggers, Wolf's Reclamation, and Sandworm Convergence are on the stack in case anyone has things to do.
Nope, all good.
Nah.
John?
I think the only thing I'm going to do is cycle this Lonely Sandbar.
Very good.
Nope.
Okay.
So untap all the lands. We make a 5/5 worm.
Yay. Play Island. Scepter for 3 blue mana. Use 1 of it. Flashback this Preordain. Trigger Drown Secrets. I'll mill myself for 2. I will mill a Compulsive Research and a land.
Fire.
Trigger Preordain. Scry 2. Draw. 1 top, 1 bottom, and draw. I'll use this last 2 floating and the Field of Ruin, and I will flash back this Compulsive Research.
That you will.
Goodbye, dice. Okay, that lives over there now. Trigger Drown Secrets. I will mill 2 cards. I'll mill a land and a land. Compulsive Research. Target myself to draw 3 cards, and then I have to discard 2 unless I discard a land. I guess, should I be asking any responses? Anybody care about any of this? But
No.
spells still can't be countered, so.
What's your storm count?
I guess that is a fair point. My storm is currently 2. Anybody want to keep track of storm for me? Thank you.
I
I
got
got
you.
you.
All right. Both.
We both
All right.
do.
1,
We'll
2,
certify this.
3.
I guess I'll join the party.
I will discard Reign of Revelation and
Gotta learn to deal with it anyways, right? Considering I've
Thirst for
built
Knowledge.
a storm deck.
Yeah, literally.
And Compulsive Research gets exiled. I'm going to exile from my graveyard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this Raven form for 6, and 2 blue manas. Y'all know the spell.
Delve.
It's Dig.
Diggy
Dig for
diggy.
treasure.
Yep. The only non-instant or sorcery that I left in my graveyard is Deadeye. I exiled some other stuff. Drown Secrets, triggered a mill. I'll mill myself for 2. I'll mill a land and a shore up. It's back. And then Dictor time. Top 7, put 2 in my hand. Rest of the bottom. This card and this card into my hand. And the rest to the bottom. I will then go to combat. My bird is goated, so it has to attack. So I will send that at... I guess I have to swing it at Fish, because I have no other targets.
This is true.
So, Fish, please have a 2/2 bird. I will then go to my end step. I actually have to discard to hand size. I will discard Talrand.
It's always a nice little surprise when you get to play an artifact land and make everybody make a bird.
Love
Cool.
that.
Gonna play Arasta again. Everybody
good.
make a bird. Fish, you've got a squirrel and Hazel up to block.
Yep.
Okay. Going to combat here. Bird is gonna go at John. Rendmaw at Fish because it has menace. 5/5.
Cool, I'll take 5.
Am I taking just one bird?
One bird.
One bird! Joseph's over here giving me the bird.
I am. And I think I'm just passing after that.
I'm gonna do a green into a green-black here off the
Okay.
Twilight Mire. And I would like to Maelstrom Pulse, targeting the thing that allows not flying creatures to attack you, the Sandworm Convergence. Spells can't be countered, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody benefits when Lear's in play.
I was kind of happy to see that.
You could have done the funny thing and chosen one of the birds and just gotten rid of all the birds.
That's true. You could have wiped the board of birds.
The birds don't bother me that much because they're kind of like, I got rid of that, and now I think I'm going to use the birds to not attack.
Oh, because you can tap them for mana, right?
Yeah, I can tap them for mana, but it might be better for me to actually attack with them because of Toski. All right, cool. I will swing. I will move to combat. 2 birds at Chase and 1 bird at John. Oh, I understand. I will draw 3 cards. Oh, actually, I have to swing Toski somewhere too. Sorry, Joseph. Toski's coming your way.
Block with a 1/2. It's a 1/1, right?
Yeah, he's a 1/1.
Block with a 1/2.
Cool. So, I will draw 3 cards off of birds. I'm gonna play this Bulgari Rock Farm, bouncing this forest back to my hand. For a Deadly Dispute, the additional cost of them to sacrifice one of these birds.
Fighter.
So I'll draw 2 cards and then create a treasure token. I'm gonna tap this. I'm gonna pay 2 life. Actually, I don't have to do that at all, do I? No, I do need to do that. I'm gonna tap this, tap these to create 2 black, and then I'll just do a colorless of this, and I will cast an Academy Manufacturer.
Loving that.
Nice, nice, nice.
End step. I will move to my end step, trigger Hazel. I'm going to make a copy of this treasure token right here.
Oh. Yes,
So
you are.
now I'm going to make a food and a clue as well.
We play a Myriad Landscape as land for turn. So That comes in. We manifest red. 3/4 for a Femur War Shaman. Enters manifest top card of your library. Your opponent control turn face up. If it's a creature, it can fight something.
Yikes.
Alright, if no responses, you manifest for a Shaya Soul of the Wild.
This is bad.
So its PT is equal to the number of lands I control, and my non-token creatures are lands.
So let me see. That would enter. Have you already flipped something with Zimone this turn?
I have not.
But I think the Ashaya was flipped from manifest, so it's not entering, right?
No, I hard cast a Shaya.
Yeah.
Oh, you
cast
cast
it.
it. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it face down.
Yeah, no response.
I'm good too. Yep.
We'll cast a Thunderfoot Baloth.
Big boy.
Big.
He has Trample and Lieutenant. As long as you control your commander, Thunderfoot Baloth has +2/+2, and other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have Trample.
That's a problem.
That's some big birds.
Big old birds.
Move to combat because I must swing them. I'm going to swing 2 birds at Fish and 1 bird at John.
Is that all for attackers?
That is all for attackers.
All right. I will respond to
Okay.
declare attacks.
Ready?
For 1 and a blue, I'm going to cast Snap. Returns a target creature to its owner's hand, and I untap up to 2 lands. I have a Drowned Secrets trigger on there as well, but Snap is targeting my Lier.
Oh.
I will Drown Secrets. I will mill 2 cards. I will mill a land and a Peregrine Drake.
Okay.
Leer to hand. That over here, untap up to 2 lands. This I'll just leave that pile there for right now. I'll deal with that later. Still after declare attacks, moving to anything like that. Tap a mana, tap, disc, destroy all creatures, artifacts, and enchantments.
That's fine.
Any responses?
Let me see if I have anything.
Cool. All right, and I mean the disc blows itself up as well, but
Yeah, of course.
So we will just lose the soul.
Oh, yikes. That gets my lands.
Well, now I got plenty of manifest targets. Faster in there.
I did. Unfortunately, I lost some of my mana, but that's all right. Let's do some stupid stuff.
I'm ready.
Step 1.
Okay.
Island. High Tide.
Yep. That's stupid stuff.
It gives until end of turn. When a player taps an island for mana, it makes an additional blue.
All right.
Somebody track my storm for me, please. It may come up. I actually don't know.
High tide usually means start the storm tracker.
All right. High Tide, and I will have a counter over here to indicate how much mana blue is tapping for. So currently, blue's tap for 2 mana. So make 2 off of this island and the Field of Ruin, and I'll cast Relearn. Returns an instant or sorcery from graveyard to hand. That'll be targeting the High Tide.
Nope.
I
No.
have largely no responses for anything.
Okay. High Tide back to hand, Relearn to the graveyard. This land makes 2 mana. I have a mana floating. High Tide!
Okay. Yep. So now your island's tapped for 3?
That's correct.
Oh, there's a snap in that graveyard.
Yes, there is. So this makes 6. Use one of it, still have 2 remaining floating. Recast Lier. Disciple of the Drowned. Use that 2 floating mana I still had. Cast Snap on flashback. Target to return Toski to hand. And I will untap up to 2 lands. 9 mana here. Have 2 of it floating. Cast Seagate Restoration.
Oh, yikes.
Drawing. It's not crazy right now. My remaining cards in hand is 3.
So it's draw 4?
Yes, this is going to be drawing cards equal to the number of cards I have in my hand plus 1, and I have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. So this will be drawing 4 cards.
That's dope.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tap this island for 3 to flashback relearn. Flashback relearn, targeting to put the High Tide back in my hand. Then with my last 2 remaining floating mana, I'll use 1 of it to flashback opt. Flashback on opt, scry 1, draw. Ooh, yes. Leave that on top, draw that. Last mana floating, cast, consider. Surveil, draw. Yeah, so I will surveil graveyard bin this Lazatet plating, and then draw a card.
That's a John staple.
I love a Lazatet plating. Alright.
Now what?
That's it for now. Pass.
That's very funny.
I love it.
It's me refilling to hopefully get ahead of you all as you rebuild from a Wrath.
Oh, losing my 2 lands was brutal.
I got a bunch of new lands.
I'm gonna cast Doomwake Giant.
Rose.
Yay!
Gets -1/-1. Go.
Hey, if I didn't... Hey, I saved Toski for you, Fish.
This is true.
Yeah.
He's still in the crosshairs. I think the only person who's really ahead right now is still Chase.
I would think so.
That's a lot of lands.
I have 1 land. I have 1 card in hand.
That's pretty good.
Get load of lands.
I
And
mean,
card.
Yeah.
I'm doing the most. I'm doing the most that Mono Blue can do. It actually has not helped me much that I have binned both Peregrine Drake and Deadeye. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not awesome.
4 for Masculine Nexus.
That's a good
Everything
one.
is Taurus.
Alright, so everything is sausage now.
All of your creatures are mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bingo, baby.
Still think it would be a great.
I will play.
Ninja Turtles would make a sick Universes Beyond, honestly.
Yeah, as soon as Wizards.
I'm gonna do a green +2 for a Beastmaster Ascension.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Sure, we'll see what happens. I'll do a black for the Cavern of Souls, which doesn't really matter because that for a Valley Rock Caller. And then I'll pass.
2, 3, 4. Recast my commander. Crack the myriad landscape. Let's see. First one enters. We manifest dread. We get Temple of Mystery in the bin. Second one enters. We get to turn something over, which is going to be Tachova. Then we will play land for turn. Draw me a card. Gain me life. Turn something else over.
Oh, hey, first time otherwise. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps flipping if you can do multiple lands. I watched this really cool deck analysis for the deck to show you how to do that.
Yeah, it's dope.
It was a really cool guy who went through the deck.
And we will grab Eudora Graveguard. 3. I'll play a Retreat to Coral Helm. Landfall. Whenever land I control enters, I choose 1. I may tap or untap a creature, or I can scry 1. Further 3. To cast a Yavimaya Elder. When he dies, General Library 2 basic lands, reel them, put them in my hand, shuffle. I can pay 2, bid him, draw a card. He's like weird steeds. I'm gonna pay 2, bin the dude, couple of triggers, Eudora trigger. So first, I will scry 1. So it's gonna be Zimone, Tachova, return to Coral Helm. I'll choose to scry.
Don't you have to finish Yavimaya Elder first before any of that goes off?
Oh, correct. Yes, thank you. Which is drawing a card. Well, he dies,
Yeah, it's wacky.
Search
Yavimaya
for
Elder is a pain in the butt.
so we draw first. We search up a couple of basics. That's done. Now we scry, and we flip something over. The Shia Soul. With that, we will be done.
Let's see what sort of shenanigans we can get up to. Alright, I think first and foremost, here's an island. Alright, let's just start doing some wacky stuff again, right? Step 1. High Tide. Blue mana currently makes 2 mana. Tap another island. Floating a mana. Do flashback on High Tide. So I cast again, so my islands make 3. I'll use one of these islands. That now makes 3 mana. I will cast Frantic Search. So draw 2, discard 2, and then untap up to 3 lands. Draw 2. Oh, yes. Discard 2. I will discard Suspend and Pungify. And untap up to 3 lands. Hey, that cool thing that we did, we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna float 9 blue mana. Use 3 of it, down to 7. Flashback Frantic Search. Let's do it again. Draw 2. Discard 2. I'm gonna discard 2 lands.
Yep.
Untap up to 3 lands. Hooray! Oh, I still have that floating there. Right. This goes to exile. Goodbye. Alright. Now let's get weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Draw.
That is weird.
Yeah, if I would draw a card except the first one during each of my turns, or each of my draw steps, I draw 2 cards instead. And then 3 more here. Teferi's Tutelage. When it enters, I draw a card, discard a card. That turns into draw 2, discard 1. Draw 2, discard an island. And when I draw a card, a target player mills 2 cards. I drew 2 cards, so let's have Fish and Chase each mill 2 cards, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards exile and tap an island, floating 2 extra mana afterwards. It's Treasure Cruise! I will draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will put that as a each of you mill 4. There'll be 2 triggers at each of you.
4 lands.
I got 3 lands and a Nationalize Altar.
That was Biomass Mutation, Rampant Growth, Rashmi Eternity's Crafter, and Primordial Mist.
Tap another island for 3 mana, and then use my 2 floating. Psychosis Crawler.
Yes.
So I draw a card, it dings everybody for a life. 3 more blue, and use this Field of Ruin for a total of 4. Cast Concentrate. This will make me draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The mill triggers will again be 4 cards from each of you, and you all will also lose 6 life from the Psychosis Crawler.
Horus, Skull Clamp, Swamp, Soul Ring.
Shigeki, Growing Dread, Zuza, and Temple of False God.
We all mill 6, that you said?
Take
Mill
6,
4,
mill 4.
take 6. Yep.
Oh, past the 4 we've already milled?
Yep.
Yes, sorry.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tap these, float a total of 9, leave 2 remaining after doing a flashback of Seagate Restoration, which will draw me
Yikes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 doubled, 32. I will draw 32
Wait,
cards.
actually 17 doubled?
I added the +1.
Oh, okay.
So
32, which kills all of them but me, and I'm sure you can find a way to draw a card.
Depending if I have enough cards in my library, yes. But I should.
You definitely have 32 cards in your library.
Yeah. But anybody else have any responses to me drawing 32 cards?
I'm down to call it.
Nope.
Good. Excellent.
Excellent game.
And that's it for Lier. Wait and do nothing, and then I do absolutely everything.
Yes.
Should have bullied you more.
I was holding, just in case, I was holding Misdirection to change targeted removal in case it happened.
It's such a cool deck.
GG.